Okay, so I wanted to go over a few examples of blogs that are doing it right when it comes to making sure that the pin option is fully visible for their readers. And then I'm also going to show you my favorite tools and then some other popular tools to actually integrate Pinterest with your website. So first of all, we are looking at Femtrepreneur. I like this one because she makes it really, really, really easy to pin. Although there is no mouse over pin button, I totally appreciate that. I don't do mouse over pin buttons on my blog either, just because sometimes you can accidentally click it and it's kind of a pain in the ass. So rather than do that, she's got it on the left hand side here as well as at the bottom of the post itself, which makes it really, really easy for a reader to see that, especially because she's got a white background and fully colored buttons. So the next option here that I really like, you've probably seen this already, it's Melissa Griffin's website. She makes it even easier as you scroll. You can see at the bottom of the page here, it's like that share bar doesn't move, it scrolls with the page. So no matter where you are in her blog post or in her content, you've always got that option there. There's the Twitter, Facebook, and then the pin button, which is what we are discussing today. And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom of her post, she also has them right there. So like you literally can't miss it. They're either at the bottom of the screen until you get to the bar, and then they're right there at the bottom of the post. Third option, Exocera. This one, I guess they are all kind of similar, but it does really, really work. Like rather than have the pin it hover come up on an option, again, she's got it at the left-hand side here and at the bottom of the post. Really simple white background. And yeah. And the last option is Sarah Prout. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right, but that's what it looks like to me. So she has a slightly more, not crowded layout, but it's got more elements to it. And you'll see she has her Pinterest at the very top of the screen here, as well as at the bottom of her posts. You can share, tweet it, or pin it. And then she's also got her Pinterest again at the bottom of the page here. Now, the last one I'll show you is my own blog. So here I do kind of the same thing. Actually, I don't do the same thing. I kind of combine the best of both worlds from the last 4 pages that I've shown you. So I have my Pinterest account linked up at the top here with all my other social media networks, and I also have it at the left-hand side of the screen. Now, one thing I don't have is a share button at the bottom of each post. I just think that it looks a bit too crowded, so I just prefer to have it on the left-hand side here. Okay, so now getting to tools. The first one I want to show is SumoMe, and I'm going to link all of these right below the video so you actually can just click on them as you're watching this or click on them afterwards, whatever works better for you. So SumoMe is a tool, well, I mean, it does a lot of things. It has more than just the share buttons or share bars, but the share bars are my favorite part of SumoMe. So all of those websites that I showed you before, especially Femtrepreneur and even my own, all of these share bars on the left-hand side here are all from SumoMe. And the share bars are completely free to use, and you can add them to the left side of your blog or right below here. These are both from SumoMe. Um, so this is where those bloggers are getting those toolbars. It's really easy to get started with. All you have to do is sign up, and then you can just insert the HTML into your website's code. Now, the second one I want to show is actually Pinterest's official Pin It button and widget builder. So the Pin It button, although they're not my favorite, it does work for a lot of people, so I did want to include it in this screencast. To make a Pin It button, you just visit your business.pinterest.com account, and then it will actually walk you through the whole process. You can either make a pin it button, a follow button, a pin, like an individual pin widget, a board widget, or a profile widget. And they're really, really easy. Like Pinterest made this so easy to implement, which is just awesome. And they're really easy to customize as well, which is really cool. You can see that you can kind of do whatever you want to make it integrate with your website. And it still has the official Pinterest branding on it, which is really, really cool. And then these guys, like the widget ones, the pin it and follow buttons are more for like the top and the bottom of your layout. And the three on the side here, so the pin, board, and profile, those are more for adding into your like the side of your blog design, so your widgets and that kind of thing. So you can see here, going back to my website, I have the general pin it or the general Pinterest button at the top of the layout, and then on the sidebar I have my latest pin. I used to have something similar to the board in there, but I just thought the latest pin makes it really, really easy to see. And the last thing I'm going to show is for WordPress users. I just wanted to bring to your attention that there are so many Pinterest plugins that you can get. It's kind of ridiculous. So to find those, you just go to wordpress.org/plugins and search for Pinterest. Again, I'll put the direct link right below this video. But if you want Pinterest on your website and you want to do it in a specific way, I promise you, you'll be able to find the widget and associated plugin in the search results. And of course, one thing that you want to keep in mind when you're installing WordPress plugins, especially when you don't necessarily know the company or person who's creating it, is just that you're looking at the stats on the plugin page. So on the search page, you can see that this one has 10,000 plus active installs. It's got some ratings. It was last updated, within the last year. So these 10,000 active installs lets me know that it is a legit plugin and it's not just some bloatware crap that you're going to install to your website. This one is the same, 300,000 active installs. It's got some ratings. So just make sure that you're looking for that kind of thing when you are looking for plugins to install. You want to stay away from the ones that have no ratings and few active installs. My favorite Pinterest plugin is Alpine Photo Tile. It's totally free to use. It is really, really easy to integrate with your design, and it's got a lot of different options. So if you're looking for one that will display all of your latest Pinterest images in your sidebar, that is the one I recommend. And that's the one that I use that you can see here. I just have it set up to display the latest pin only instead of like a board or a group of pins.